All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. If she need on the ride, oh, I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is J.H. How ya doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Yes, indeed. New day. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and we're about to rock. Somebody asked me in the email, can I break down what a check is and how to read your paycheck? Now, I have older videos that breaks it down for you, but I also had a longer beard back then, so I didn't want to use that. I said, you know what? It's a new year, and there's a lot of new people that are working at the post office, and they probably have no idea on how to read their paychecks. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to provide that information to my postal fam. This video ain't for everybody, obviously. This is obviously for the newer people. Actually, some people to this day don't even know how to read their paycheck. So let me break it down for you. All right? Let's talk. First thing you'll see on your paycheck, if you get a paper paycheck, and you can actually look at your paycheck in a different format if you go on light blue, but that's up to you whether or not you want to go that route. Like that Christmas tree, my son put it together. It's just a ball of everything. Jeez. First thing you're going to see on the top is the pay location. Pay location. This is the work assignment location, basically where you work. Now, if you work at the station, it may have a specific number on it. And if it has, if you're working at a plant, it'll have another number on it. Pay location. All right. The next one you'll see is the finance number. The finance number is the number for your specific work office. Now, finance number. If I'm working as let's just say a mail handler, and you're getting paid from the dock, it may have a specific finance number. Now, when you push the MV, it'll move you from one spot to another spot, but they use the finance number to know that they're paying a specific craft out of this specific finance number, X amount of dollars. That's how they track the money, saying, oh man, we spent too much money on the dock, or we spent too much money at the flat sorter, or we spent too much money at the bundle sorter, or that's how they track the money. It's a good thing, because if it was your business, you'd want to know where your money's being spent, right? Right. Pay period, which confuses the hell out of people. There are 26 pay periods in a year. 26. Because there's 52 weeks in a year, we get paid bi-weekly. You divide 52 bi-weekly by 2. It gives you 26. 26 pay periods. Each pay period consists of 2 weeks, week 1 and week 2. Y'all know we start our work weeks on a Saturday. So week 1 from Saturday to Friday. Week 2 from Saturday to Friday. Okay, cool. That's the pay period. Throughout the year, you'll know I'm in pay period 17, week 2, 17, week 1, etc. All right. Detailed earnings. Well, it says basically general heading for several entries, which tells you the type and number of hours being compensated for, the week in which those hours occurred, the rate schedule, and the level. the designation activity code, and the gross payment amount for the work for that specific period. Anybody ever just look at your paycheck and just wish you could just get the full gross? Like, pay me my gross. Pay me my gross. That would, man. Anyway, when you see these letters, they're going to pop up. Ready? WK specifies the week, either 1 and 2 of the pay period in which the hours were worked. If an adjustment is being made, the week that the adjustment is made for will be on that line. RSC, rate schedule code for the hours slated. This code will be the same as on your time card. It will either be an E or a Q for carriers. It will be a Q. This space would remain blank for adjustments and allowances. This code combined with the level next are significant and deserve special attention. LEV. This is the grade level for the hours slated. Did you perform work at level 5 or perhaps level 6? So whatever your level is. Mail handlers may be a level 4. I don't know what their levels are. It'll say level 4 and then have your hourly rate or your yearly rate. Cool? Rate. Your base rate of pay, annual or hourly, including the cost of living allowances, COLAs, for the hours stated. The base rates for the different steps and levels are printed regularly in the postal record. Code. Your employee's designation activity code. For a regular carrier, the code would be 134. For a PTF carrier, the code would be 434. TYP, type of hours code. Codes that might affect you would be G, guaranteed time or guaranteed overtime hours. H, holiday work hours. L, leave hours, either paid leave or leave without pay. N, night differential hours, for hours worked between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Night differential. That I had a whole video on that. I'll see if I can leave a link to that somewhere in one of the cards, or I may leave the link to that in the pinned comment so you can get a full breakdown of how to calculate your night differential hours. People get that totally confused. O, overtime hours. V, penalty overtime hours. So penalty overtime hours will confuse people because you think it's a penalty on you. No, it's not. Mail handlers don't get penalty overtime. Rural carriers don't get penalty overtime. I believe the regular carriers get penalty, CCAs get penalty, and anybody underneath the APWU gets penalty overtime. Penalty overtime is anything worked after 10 hours. So hours 11, 12, etc. becomes penalty overtime. Penalty overtime typically is 2 times your rate. So if you work if you're making $20 an hour and you go into overtime, well, now you're making $30 an hour, right? So it's time and a half. So for hours 9 and 10, you're going to make $30 an hour. Hours 11 and 12, you'll be making $40 an hour. Penalty overtime. Copy? Cool. P, out of schedule premium. So for career employees, out of schedule premium means any hours that are not part of your normal bid. If your normal bid is Monday through Friday and they ask you to work on a Saturday or a Sunday, out of schedule, you will get a premium, which is basically overtime for all the hours you work that are out of your schedule. Premium pay. Sunday premium for career people and I think it's for PTFs as well, I could be wrong, is 25% more on your hourly rate if you work on a Sunday. 25% more. If you're making $20 an hour and you work on a Sunday, 25% of that is what? Cross the I, dot the T, was that $4? 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 4 is 20. So it's $5. Okay. 25%. Yeah, something like $4 or $5 more per hour. So if you make normally $20 and you work on a Sunday, you work 8 hours, you're going to get, I think it's $5. My math is early in the morning. Bear with me. And you would multiply that $5 times 8, right? Because that's how it would show up on your check. Because people are like, no, I worked Sunday, man. It doesn't show this. It will show up as S for Sunday premium. So you're going to see, let's just say $40. Man, I only made $40 extra on a Sunday. Well, yeah, you did, because you made the $40 extra on top of your hourly rate. It don't seem like a lot. Well, you went from $20 to $25 an hour. Yeah, that's what it is. W, straight work hours. Its space will remain blank for all adjustments and allowances. Hours. This space shows the actual hours and hundredths worked for every hour type listed. If you keep track of your hours worked in your record of your own, you'll be able to immediately take steps to correct any errors that the timekeeper may have made. Pay. This space will show you the total gross pay for the type of hours worked. All right. So that's common sense pay. Gross to net. This is a general heading for 2 columns, which shows the total gross pay, all deductions, and the resulting net pay for the current pay period, and the pay year to date. Year to date shows you how much you've made thus far year to date. Gross pay, your gross pay for the pay period and year to date, including COLA. If you made, let's say, $70,200, it'll say gross pay year to date. Federal tax, the amount deducted. State tax, amount deducted. Retire, amount deducted to your retirement account for this pay period and year to date. It's for career people. Okay. CSRS, Civil Service Retirement System. FICA, Federal Insurance Contribution Act. CRS offset. SRS offset, a combination of civil service retirement and federal insurance contribution. FICA Med, amount of FICA or Medicaid deductions for this pay period year to date if you were hired after anyway. FERS, the FERS Employee Retirement System, covers all career employees first hired on or after January 1st, 1984, and those CSRS employees who choose to convert to FERS. If you are covered by FERS, you'll see one of the following codes next to FERS. 8 FERS, A FERS. Anything in the following area will be the miscellaneous deductions. Anything identified will show the dollar amount both for the pay period and year to date. A lot would indicate an authorized payroll deduction from your salary that's deducted each pay period for deposit to a financial institution. Allotments. If you're paying child support, for instance, and you want to just say, look, I'm going to take my other person's bank account information, and I'm going to have every 2 weeks, I'm going to shoot them $125. That'll show up in your allotments, and you can set up your allotments through light blue. Okay. C, followed by a 4-digit would indicate a local charity campaign where the money is sent. See, SUP indicates a child support or alimony payments. Now, if you're forced into doing child support, it'll take that out as well. GARN, GARN, would appear if you have commercial garnishment levied against you. If you got, something that you owe, like if you're paying for school and they want to garnish your wages, it'll show up in there. HP, followed by 3 letters or numbers, which show you health benefit plan enrollment. HP 322 shows you that you are paying for a National Association of Letter Carriers health benefits for yourself and your family. IN indicates your life insurance choice. Levy will show a deduction has been made for some sort of outstanding taxes. Yeah, they take your taxes too. So if y'all working at the post office and you owe taxes, they gonna get them taxes back. NTBK shows that after all deductions and allotments have been taken out, the net pay that has been directly deposited to a financial institution, basically your net to bank. Other would appear as an indebtedness to another federal agency other than Postal Service that has been taken out, a collection for a loan from the VA or schooling, may be an example. PODB means a deduction has been made for some sort of indebtedness to the Postal Service. It might be for a previous overpayment, a shortage, a loss of damage to the mails, loss of damage to USPS postal property, or perhaps outstanding travel or salary advances. TSP indicates a withholding for the Thrift Savings Plan. If you participate in the plan, you'll see 2 or more lines regarding the plan. The first line would indicate either the percentage or withholdings or the dollar amount. TSP02 indicates a 2% withholding. TSP dollar followed by a dollar amount indicates a regular dollar amount participation. Following the lines would indicate the percentage of your withholdings that's applied to the different investment options. GO80 would indicate that 80% of your total withholdings would be distributed into a government securities investment fund. FO15 would indicate that 15% of your total withholdings will be distributed into a fixed income index fund, investment fund. And COO5 would show that 5% of your total withholdings would be distributed to a common stock index investment fund. UNL indicates that your union dues and to the NALC have been withheld. Net pay, this is what you have left, which is nothing with broke. Leave status. This generally area identifies the employee's use and balance of annual and sick leave and leave without pay for the pay period and year. Annual leave from previous year. This is the number of hours carried over from the previous year. The amount could differ from the balance of the last pay period and preceding leave year if you tried to carry over more than the maximum limit. The most that employees can carry over, I believe, is 500. This says 440. This is old. Hopefully nobody that we will know will ever lose leave hours in this manner. Okay. Earned this year. This is the number of hours earned to date this leave year. Between 3 and 15 years, we earn about 160 hours per year or 6 hours per pay period. From 15 years on, we earn 208 hours per year or 8 hours per pay period. Earned balance. This is the number of hours carried over from the last year plus the hours earned this year. Used this year. This is the total hours of annual leave that you've used this year to date. Used this pay period. This is the total hours of annual leave used this pay period, including adjustments. Balance. This is the total annual leave available to you now. Sick leave. Yeah, this is a long video. From previous year, this is the number of hours carried over from the last year. Earned this year. This is the number of hours sick leave accumulated this year. Full-time employees can earn 104 hours per year or 4 hours each full pay period. Part-time employees can earn 1 hour for each 20 hours in a pay period and up to a total of 104 hours per year. Used this year. This is total sick leave used this year. Used this pay period. This is total sick leave used this pay period. Balance is the total sick leave available to you now. Leave without pay. This PP, this is the total hours of LWOP used this pay period. Cumulative, this is the total LWOP hours accumulated this year. If you accumulate 80 hours of LWOP within a year, your leave credits will be reduced by the amount of leave earned in one pay period. Bond data. Anyway, what else we got in here? Jeez, we got a lot of stuff. Anyway. They also have scheduled contract increase, shows that it is now reflected on the base salary. There's a lot of stuff. But hopefully this information was helpful to somebody. I have some information about how much leave and all that other good stuff that you need to know in the video description. Go all the way down to the bottom. There is so much information there. There's a bunch of different websites for you guys to click and check out that specifically apply to us. If you're trying to reach some with your retirement, there's a link for that. There's phone numbers. There's a lot of information just in the video description alone. All right. I hope this video was helpful for some people. And if you know somebody that's having some difficulty trying to figure out their paychecks, send them this. All right. I do the research, pass it on to you. All right, this is JH. Y'all have yourself a good rest of your day. I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.